I'd like to propose a toast on account of the fact that Hayden and myself are now officially college boys. We did it.
Whoa.
We graduated.
Yep.
This is no longer a podcast made by high school students.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
We are officially freshmen.
Again.
Once again,
Back at it again.
taking over for the 99 and the 2000s.
I feel like college freshmen aren't as discriminated against as high school freshmen.
Perhaps.
Probably in fraternities, though, they are.
I'm not joining a fraternity.
I'm not probably going to join a fraternity either.
I'd be very surprised.
If I join a fraternity?
Yes.
Why?
You just don't seem like a frat boy.
I am not a frat boy in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
I'm the guy who wears one giant gold hoop.
Yeah. Welcome to Outrospection. We're back. We've been missing.
Yeah, we've been so busy recently. Like,
Yeah.
I know we said that last episode. We know we said, like, oh, well, they'll be coming out more. Well, now they'll be coming out more.
Now we have time.
Because we've been graduating and working and all that jazz. So,
Yeah. But we are officially back. This is Outrospection episode 10.
Episode 10.
We are here.
We have no idea. Yeah, because we decide the titles afterward. Based on some dumb shit normally that we say.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll come out. We have conversations. So how's everyone doing?
Oh, look, they're not responding because they're not here.
Oh. It'd be nice if they could respond.
No, I would not like doing this in front of a live studio audience.
Why?
I'd be okay with it, but I'm not sure we're at that level yet.
Outrospection was taped in front of no studio audience.
I'm pretty sure my dogs can hear us. If Lily was in here, it'd be a live audience.
Fucking dogs.
You love my dogs.
I know.
They're great.
They're great.
They're actually really nice.
They're very kind dogs, except for when I'm eating food.
I mean, they're just stalking you then.
Yeah. So, we forgot how to do a podcast.
I didn't forget.
I did. I don't.
I am
remember how
acting
to
the
do a
same way.
podcast.
All right. Well, then I'll take over.
Wait. Let's just do a quick rundown of what's been going on in our lives.
Okay, sure.
You go first.
I've been working. I graduated. Had a lot of personal drama and stress that I resolved from something that should have been resolved a long time ago. Certain people know what I'm talking about. And now it's done forever.
My computer broke.
Yeah, and it was really sad.
Yeah, so I will be making music, but not right now.
Yeah.
But pretty soon I'll be back into the production of my album. That's gonna happen. It's happening. It's working. It's in the process. It's in the process.
I'm helping.
I need to stop calling it an album.
It is an album.
It's kind of an album.
It's an album.
It's kind of an
It has enough tracks to be an album.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not.
It's an album.
Besides the point.
Just make it. We've had this discussion before. On
It's
episode
so
7.
much weight. It's so much scary. It's so scary to make an album. I don't.
Why?
It just is. But that's besides the point.
I don't even. This is. I see. Now I think it should be based on length.
Is this a topic? We're gonna talk about this for a
I
minute.
mean, why not?
Okay, cool.
Because I think. All right. So you have a single, right? Which is like
A song.
a song. Well, I guess in the olden days, there's a song and a B-side, an A-side and a B-side.
Yeah.
But now we don't really need B-sides, so it's really just a song.
Yes.
And you got a mixtape,
A mixtape.
which I guess like a
An
mixtape.
EP. Well, EP would be the next in length.
Okay, so an EP, which is essentially
EPs were initially released with albums as like extra songs, and now they're released as non-commercial and promotional releases. Same thing with mixtapes.
Well, an EP, an EP is like a bigger single.
Yeah, but EP has more songs.
Yeah, it's just a bigger. It's a single, but with like some more stuff,
Yeah, then there's a mixtape,
which is just like
but a mixtape's not really necessarily based on length though.
I'm not even sure how to define a mixtape.
A mixtape is like basically like an album, but not really. That's pretty much what mine is. I just don't like the word mixtape.
But it is an album.
It's kind of an album.
It's an album.
I'm gonna just always refer to it as an album with stars around it.
Asterisks.
Yeah, but asterisks are stars.
Stars have points. Asterisks are curvy.
Yeah, but stars can be curvy if they want to.
That's true. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, come on now. It's 2019.
I'm sorry. Please, everyone, forgive me.
Hayden is a bigot to typography.
I'm cutting this out.
You're not gonna let me say that you're a bigot to typography.
Nope, that's too dangerous.
It would be such a waste of stuff to cut out for you to just cut that out. Don't cut it. Just leave it. For all the typographists that are listening to this, Hayden is not actually a bigot to typography. That was a joke.
I am against Comic Sans.
He is. I'm against. If you're not against Comic Sans, then we need to have a conversation about your priorities.
Probably true. All right, now we'll get on to the fun stuff. I had an idea because both Rashad and I have a friend who we're pretty close to, who has spent a fair amount of time with. She has an Instagram spam, which she.
If you don't know, the Instagram spam account is basically an Instagram account that's private where you just share your deep personal feelings.
Or in this case, your uninterrupted train of consciousness.
Yes.
And it is hers. I think is particularly interesting. And for some background on her, she is a pretty smart, pretty well off individual who we think interpret life in a very interesting way.
Yeah, and on account of the fact that we think that her thoughts are interesting, what we're going to be doing is something that we've never done on Outrospection and likely will never do again.
No, because it's very funny.
It's a one-off. We had to get permission.
We asked for permission, so we have.
So let's just make it clear that we're not exposing her private life and her private thoughts. We will not be reading actual names that are mentioned. We will not be doing anything that would obstruct her privacy. But nonetheless,
these are funny, so we're going to share them with you.
Yes,
we have taken some of our favorite comments from her spam,
her captions.
That's what I meant to say, and we are going to read them to you, and we're going to rate them.
We're going to rate them
on a scale of like 1 to 10. That's what I think
1 to 5 is nice.
1 at 5 for how many stars?
Yeah, stars.
Stars, definitely.
So, without further ado, for the first and last time in Outrospection, unless we decide to do it again for whatever reason, we have the spam caption review.
That better not be copyrighted.
No, I just.
All right, so do you want me to do an impression, or do you just want me to read them?
Just read them.
All right. Can we give her a name, because she does talk about herself in the third person in some of these?
Yeah, you can give her a name.
All right, so we're gonna refer to our friend as Jill. All right, here's the first one. Confirmed. Tired Jill wants a bed and someone to cuddle with, but I don't have either, so I'm sad, and I can't have a boyfriend until August, and that's bullshit. I miss being in love. I love love. And I don't know, I want to save myself the heartbreak, but like now me wants love, and I don't know. I'm not emotionally stable apparently because I don't ever know what I want.
So it's a lot to break down.
It's a lot to break down.
Obviously, a lot of...
It's very conflicted.
Yeah, a lot. It's poetry. Really.
Poetry, really.
Wow.
And that's bullshit. That's great.
It really does make you think about, the human condition.
I
might have to give her a 6 out of 5 on this one. Honestly, that was deeply
the first one
deeply poetic. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna give that one. I'd say that one's probably. I'd say that I think that's a nice
3.5.
Yeah, I'd say it's a good 3.5.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that one.
It was funny.
It made my soul. it touched my soul in ways that I can't even begin to comprehend.
It does bring up the good issue of like this weird space that we're in of being single but still wanting to like have something before college.
We're going to college. So like.
All right. This is the second one. Hello. I've been dead in a ditch since 2:30, since I was about to puke anyway. Hello, I'm alive now, and I still haven't told my mom, because just like when I got home from dinner yesterday and was going to tell her she was gone. Smiley, it's like the smiley face where it's like the colon and then there's like 8 parentheses following it, like double chins, I guess. Anyway, I have a lot of homework to do, and I want to literally perish.
Wow, perish.
Perish. That was intense at the end there. With multiple
chins. It got
chins.
really deep. Wow. Wow, that was a deep one.
So we're seeing some level of illness, homework, some level of secret keeping.
It didn't hit me as hard as the last one.
No, I'd say this is like a 2 out of 5.
I'd say I'm giving this one a nice 2, but I feel like I feel like the sentiment was very very well articulated.
Wanting to perish.
You can tell how she feels.
You can feel her struggle, really.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Okay, I'm over being cute. Vote me best dressed because I'm either dressed like this in PJs or club clothes. Thanks.
Wow.
It's very demanding. You know, it really grabs your attention.
It's like a political statement.
It's
really.
like a political. It's like
I'm Jill and I approve this message.
I'm Jill. Yeah, it's like it's like the I have a dream speech. Definitely.
I love that one. Wow. I'm gonna give that one as well. I'm gonna give that one a 2.
So how is one over being cute?
That's actually a really good question. Like you've been cute for so long, now it's just like you want to do something else, perhaps.
We can get into a topic later of how I divide up attractive people, but actually it's interesting. My opinions on this whole thing.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna. What do you think? I give that one like a 2.
Yeah, that's maybe 1 or 2.
A 1.5, perhaps.
Yeah, 1.5.
Just because it wasn't really much insight with that one.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's very angry though, which was amusing.
I do enjoy when Jill puts down some really deep insight. That first caption really hit a sweet spot for me.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Let's move on to the next.
All right. So some car was driving mad slow, so I was close behind his ass. And first he tried to do that stupid shit where you brake real hard to purposely cause an accident, which is mad dumb because my car is big and half of it is plastic. So she destroyed their little car, but whatever. Then at the turn, he sat there for like 5 minutes to piss me off and back up traffic. And I was like, whatever. Then it's 2 lanes. So naturally he goes in the 1 lane, speeds up to meet another car in the other lane and drives the exact same speed. So I get behind the other car because I know he'll speed up. Then, so he did. And I got behind him and went in front of the other car. And then he switched lanes to be in front of me. So I switched to the lane he formerly was in, hit like 50 and a 35 and cut his ass off right before a stop sign and flipped him off because fuck that guy. Sorry, I don't drive slow as fuck. And actually drive 5 to 8 over the speed limit instead of being a salty little bitch. How about just letting traffic flow well, bitch?
Riveting.
It was really,
Wow.
it's hard to read because she does not use any punctuation. So it's just one sentence.
Now, I don't know if you've ever heard the song "The Art of Peer Pressure" by Kendrick Lamar.
I have not.
That song very much reminds me of a good piece of that song. That caption reminds me of a good piece of that song. The way the storytelling was well put together. You could tell how she feels. You know, you could really feel her soul, how she felt in that moment. You know, it almost felt like you were in the car with her.
You're right there. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a just strong 3.5 for me. Honestly,
that's a 4 for me, to be honest with you.
You know, this is a strong 3.5. I don't know how much higher they can go. I might have to reassess these. Depends.
That's true. All right, let's move on to the next one. I believe some of these I have also comments with, but we'll see. Sometimes I do shit and like I just brush it off like shit, man. I really did that. Like fuck. I got with the guy I had a crush when I was like 14? ? That's kind of legendary.
Wow. Sometimes you just do shit. You're
That's
just like fuck.
That's just entitled bragging right there.
Oh my god. Wow. Sometimes I do shit and I'm just like fuck. Man, that really related to me on a personal level because, you know, sometimes I do shit and I'm just like, fuck. Wow. Wow. Like sometimes like just wow. Like fuck. Like I do shit sometimes.
All right, for the audience, Rashad is having a much easier time not laughing at these compared to me because I just think they're really funny.
Sometimes I do shit and I'm just like.
Okay, do you want to read the comments for this one? You want me to read this comment that I saved?
Yeah.
I relate to the first part, but instead of getting with the guy, it's more like I left 20 to 30 questions unanswered on my psych test. It's like, fuck, I really did that. That really do be like that.
Yeah. Wow. I just think that she
I'm very happy for her.
I really did enjoy that one. I'm gonna give that one's a solid 3 for me.
That's a 3, yeah, definitely.
That one, wow. Sometimes I do shit and I'm just like fuck. Yeah.
It's the teenage experience.
It really hits me in my soul right there.
Definitely. All right, here's the next one. For my birthday, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of ovens, and then me and my friends can all make oven pizzas together to fuel my tombstone pizza addiction. This one's really, you know, about the cycle of addiction, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Not about.
It really does speak to
definitely not a stupid idea.
It really does speak to like like some things that people really go through in society.
Definitely.
You know, wow.
Tombstone pizza addiction.
Like it's almost poetic. Wow.
Almost poetic.
I might have to give that one a 4. Honestly.
That's a 1 for me.
I like that one a lot. That one really. I'm gonna buy a bunch of ovens.
Yeah, that's the solution. When you
where would you even put all the ovens?
It's guys. It only makes sense one way. If you need more pizzas, just buy more ovens. Obviously. Because when you could just not fucking do that, you just buy more ovens.
Yeah, that's.
I love that we have people in the world who think, you know what, my problem is I need more ovens. You know what?
Well, but you need more ovens so that all your friends can also
make the pizzas.
But make pizzas.
It's not like you can put multiple pizzas in one oven.
Yeah, like everyone needs to have their own oven so that they can make their own pizza. Hayden,
I'm glad we have people in the world who believe that buying more ovens is the solution.
Buying more ovens is the solution to every life problem. You're having a bad day. Maybe
buy a fucking oven.
Maybe you need a new oven. Perhaps you have a headache. Well, what always is the solution to headache? You buy an oven, maybe 2, but don't buy 3. Buy 3 ovens. 3 ovens is too many. You'll die.
Going through a terrible divorce, you know what you do? Buy a fucking oven.
Yeah. But if you lose the oven in the divorce, then you're fucked.
Your dog died? Guess what you need? An oven.
You need an oven.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Wow.
Profound.
No, I'm giving that one a 1 too.
Yeah, that was rough. All right, here's the next one. I'm going to Bama, and I'm about to make friends with so many girls who are in sororities I like because I'm determined to get followers from those sororities. Because so far, only one house I'm super into follows me. Like, I'm keeping an open mind and everything, but like just some houses have charities that matter more to me, or have a house I like or my cousin was in, or whatever you feel. Like, I'm ready to go into rush weeks and start liking the complete opposite houses I like now. But for now, I've got like 4 or 5 I'm more drawn to. Smiley face.
The hero's journey.
The hero. It's the decisions.
It really does speak to our experience,
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes, you don't know the choices you have to make, and you want to have as many open doors for you. Fuck that. That was a 1.
I chose that one. I think it sounded funnier when I was tired, probably when I was choosing it. I just like how my favorite thing is it's the stream of consciousness of it all. Like,
I really do enjoy it. I really do appreciate that. The way that she puts down her thoughts, like some poets, when they put pen to paper, it sounds like they're writing poetry. And some poets, when they put pen to paper, it's like it just feels like they're just thinking on the paper, and like with
or lack
Jill,
thereof sometimes,
Yeah, but with Jill, it's like every time like I hear some of these things that she says, like I can tell that like they're actual things that like they're actual thoughts.
They're real thoughts in
they
their
like
head.
cross her mind sometimes,
definitely.
and like they're unfiltered and they're like just brash and raw, and like they hit you the way that any other you never have thoughts that you just think about, but then you stop thinking about them. Well, she immortalizes them by capturing them and putting them on her Instagram captions, and I think that's just beautiful.
And instead of using punctuation, she just uses the word like, which is very contemporary.
Which is contemporary. It's almost it's like if you've ever studied poetry, you'd know that like we live in an era right now where poetry is where the way that poets punctuate their poems is less about punctuation and more about
feeling.
It's more about the feelings. Like the
Definitely.
like is like a comma, and like
it's more powerful than
it really hits. It really hits you because it's like you're going on the journey with them.
It's more powerful.
When they say like, it's like like this and like that. Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's art. It's totally art.
This is art. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
On the next part of this gallery, I watched Love, Rosie on the plane and I cried. I love this from you rolling into town with a breakout and a crying face. I've now started reading her grammatical mistakes because I'm an asshole.
What the fuck is she talking about?
She watched a movie on an airplane and cried. And then she said, I liked rolling into town with a breakout and crying face. So I'm assuming she had an above average amount of acne at the time, consuming the word breakout, and a crying face. So her eyes were puffy, and she looked like she had been crying. Well, from the movie.
Oh, wow. So she was sad about the movie and from the breakout.
I'm pretty sure it's because the movie.
But wow, but wait, they're like, look, let's think critically about these things,
Okay.
Hayden. Like she was sad about the movie, but also because of the breakout, and which would indicate why she didn't just use like a sad face, but like it was a crying face because like she was actually like that sad, like
Wow.
like she was more sad, like she was so sad that like the words couldn't even work, and she had to put an emoji there. Wow. Like that's a real sadness.
Color me impressed, Michael.
That's real sadness.
Real sad.
There's a real sadness. You know, we all think that we go through shit, but you haven't gone through shit, so you have to start putting emojis down because words just can't It's just like words just can't capture. They just can't capture how you feel. Like you're just so sad, and the movie was sad, and you act just wow. 12 out of 5. Wow.
It's a 2 out of 5 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Next one. Hi, I'm crying right now because a lot of who've seen me act voted yes, so that just confirms I suck. Ha ha ha. But also, why can't he just leave me alone? There's a lot of background context that I'm not providing there, but I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, I like the train of consciousness. It's really like
it's layered.
It's like when you take these things out of context and you just put them out there, it almost adds like an existential layer to it. So when you take these things out of context and you just put them out there, it's like you see how it almost puts them in an existential place, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Like
we can all relate to it.
Like we just look at that and it's just like, wow, this is how you felt in this time, right in this moment, right here, right now. And like sometimes you won't feel that way, but like in the moment when you feel that, like you've immortalized and you've set it in stone to the point where it will always be there, and you will always have that feeling. 65 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Yeah, 3.
We're agreeing with these more than I thought we would.
Yeah.
That's unusual for us. All right, next one. I got my grad dress today. He he he. My mom said she wants me to wear this other dress, but I'm wearing this one. Cowboy emoji.
Wow.
Defiance. Rebellion.
Wow.
Insurrection.
That really speaks to my teenage experience. Like sometimes you just like society will say you got to do one thing. They want you to wear one dress. But like sometimes you don't want to wear that one dress. Sometimes maybe you got another dress and you think that dress is cuter and you got to wear the other dress. Like that's real life, man.
45 people liked this post. By the way, these likes are pretty high for most of them.
Like wow, like I can't even express I don't even know what to say. Like wow, defiance, rebellion. Wow, I like that one a lot. Actually, I'm gonna give that one like a 4. Honestly.
Wow, Jill. Wow,
Jill.
Wow.
4 out of 5 stars. Honestly,
3 out of 5 for me.
I'm giving it a 4.
Yeah. So this one needs some.
I'm gonna go back to the first one and also give that one a 4. That first one was actually pretty decent, I think.
Thank you. Because I picked these ones out, but you should really be thanking Jill. So this one was posted with a photo that was of Jill in a nightgown, like a nightgown, in a very provocative pose, and the comment is me waiting for my sugar daddy to come home from work, and then there's an emoji with like hearts around it, like the pink ones. It's like blushing.
Wow.
This one's just art.
Just like you don't even. It's like what can you really even say besides
36 likes?
Like wow, what can you even say about these things? Like what is there to be said?
I mean, it just goes to show how some people just want a sugar daddy.
Wow. 2 stars.
2 stars, yeah. Next one. Good morning. I fell asleep at 9:40 and I have my hair up in a half pony still, and my extensions are still in, and my head is tired of it, and it wants to die. 15 likes.
Her head wants to die.
Just her head. Just her hair.
Her head. Just her hair. Just the top of her head, her scalp.
Yeah, her extensions. How do you feel about extensions, Rashad?
I feel like they can be good, and I feel like they can be bad. It just really depends.
Jill's
actually look pretty nice.
Jill's look very natural.
Yeah. Jill's shout out to Jill for your extensions. They look very nice.
You picked them out well, Jill.
Genuinely you did a good job.
It's fascinating.
But this post right here, wow, that really speaks to the struggle.
Like, does she mean 9:40 a.m.? I'm assuming.
Does it say PM?
It does. Just says 9:40.
Read it.
Good morning. I fell asleep at 9:40, and I have my hair in a half ponytail still, and my extensions are in, and my head is tired and wants to die.
I think it's 9:40 PM.
I think it might be PM. Who the fuck goes to sleep at 9:40 PM?
3.
3, yeah, definitely 3. Next one. No contact period for rush starts today, so 3 cheers for having a reason to ignore my sister. In parentheses, this is a joke because 1, my sister is my sister, so no, the no contact period doesn't really apply, lol. 2, love her and talk to her all the time. End parentheses.
I remember when she posted this.
I feel like this is some more rebellion and rule breaking.
Just rebellion, like wow, like it really and like the parentheses in the end really like provide a more human aspect.
I mean, honestly, if someone from the sorority is reading this, they wouldn't be able to read the parentheses. It keeps all of her secrets.
Yeah, you know? It's like someone from the sorority read this, like they would see that she had like a real human side to her.
Definitely, and they can't keep her from her sister. That's poetic.
You can't. You just can't.
This is like some Game of Thrones shit right here.
Oh my god.
Wow. Amazing. Definitely 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a 4. Just gotta remember when I read it. It's just
yeah. This is one of my personal favorites coming up. Hi, I'm obsessed with my prom hair. I love it so much, but it's boob job day part 1! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! AKA, I'm not getting it today, but it's consultation day! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! So excited! Smiley face. It's boob job day part 1. Shit.
That might be a 5.
That's a 5, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Hold on, how many likes did this get? No, I didn't save. Wait. 61 likes.
Read the next one.
But guys, just remember, on this day, it looks like someday in April. I can't really see because I cropped the picture. It was boob job day part 1, just the consultation. I'd like to inform the audience that Jill's boob job was actually today. The surgery was performed today, and we wish her a very speedy recovery.
Indeed.
All right, the next one is one of my favorites, and it goes as such. I am a whore, and that's bad.
That's it?
That's it. April 28th, 28 likes, including you. How do you feel about that, Michael?
Well, as somebody that is pro the sexual liberation of all people, given the fact that we live in a society where sexual liberation, especially amongst women, is chastised, I personally don't particularly agree with the message portrayed. Personally. Now, that's not to say that
do you remember the context in which this is in?
No, I don't. However, given the context, I can understand why such a statement would be made. Context that we will not provide in order to protect the privacy of all parties. But given the fact that the statement is a statement that I personally don't agree with, I've never been one to call women whores or anything such of the sort.
Neither have I.
I can't personally endorse this one, but I will say that it was an enjoyable read.
Definitely.
And on account of the fact that it's an enjoyable read, I'll give it a 2.
Definitely.
That's what I got to say about that. But I understand. But I will say that from a poetic and artistic point of view, I appreciate the
simplicity.
Yeah, it's really well.
Get to the point.
Just straight to the point. You know how she feels.
I am a whore, and that's bad. Not that is bad. That's bad. She's cutting corners in a beautiful way.
Yeah, too many syllables is just
not good. Not good. Next one. I apparently didn't win best dressed, and which I find fucking funny as hell. Like, question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, question mark, question mark, question mark.
She should have won.
I didn't see the actual winner enough, so I cannot state my opinion.
She should have won. But that's besides the point. The point is that wow, just like the use of punctuation in that, just
3 question marks apiece, which 6 question marks overall.
That's a lot of question marks. Like that's like that she really wants to know what's going on.
29 likes.
You can feel it. You can feel that one. You can feel that one.
The raw emotion.
Yes. I'm going to give this one a good solid 3.
2 for me.
I'm giving it a 3. 2.5.
I dressed pretty lazy today, but I felt cute, and I hate that I dressed like this because it was so comfy. And now I want to wear this kind of stuff every day, but instead of like trying. I really want the audience to try and get in their head their own kind of picture of Jill and what she looks like and how she lives her life. I think you can derive a lot of things from these.
Yes.
Definitely.
Indeed.
25 likes. I give it 1 star.
I give it 2.5 stars.
Lol, I didn't make prom court! Exclamation point, exclamation point. The T is, though, I found it low-key kind of annoying when people who've won something keep campaigning to win Hoko/prom queen. Like, sis, you had your minute. Let someone else. Kind of the same issue. Very similar.
She used the T.
She used T. And low-key.
I enjoy low-key. I don't enjoy T, even though I use T. But on account of the fact that I'm just because the use of the phrase T, I have ethical issues with, even though I am a user, I am a admitted user of that
you're
phrase.
A hypocrite.
I'm a hypocrite. Yeah. But besides that, because I can't endorse any formalized text that uses the phrase T, and on account of the fact that I can't endorse it, I have to give it a negative 4 stars.
I have socks that say "Spill the tea, sis" on them.
You have what?
Yep.
Fuck. Where the
They were a gift from one of my color guard people.
For what?
For being their captain.
Wow. Do you ever wear them?
Yes.
Wow. I've never seen you wear those socks.
Right now, I'm wearing purple socks, though.
Purple Argyle socks.
Don't catch people with that Argyle. I don't want people to know that it's Argyle.
Why?
Because Argyle is lame.
I like Argyle.
I used to like Argyle, now I really don't.
Why?
It's just lame.
This caption.
Do you think that if someone won homecoming queen, they should not campaign to be prom queen?
I think that personally.
I think you should try and catch them all.
Yeah, personally, if it was me and I was on a winning streak, I'd try to continue the winning streak.
Yeah, gotta
Why
catch
not?
them all.
But I can understand the sentiment, and I can understand the
We can understand it from Jill's perspective.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so I'd say I'll give this one a nice 2.5.
Same here, 2.5, maybe 3. Next one. I just aced my beef test with 2 like emojis that are like
Her what test?
her beef test.
BEF.
Yep, like the cow.
What? Is that the whole caption?
No.
Continue.
Dad owning a dairy farm really does come in handy sometimes. Exclamation point. Enjoy this picture of the different parts of a cow, including shading on which parts of the cow taste best with dry cooking methods. End parentheses.
That's it?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's about cows.
Wow, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know that.
Apparently, Jill was in foods class.
Oh, okay, got it.
Her beef test on beef.
Good for Jill. I like to celebrate the victories and successes of my friends. Jill, congratulations.
Congratulations, Jill. This was about a month ago. April 17th, this post was.
Wow. A little over a month, slightly over a month.
Yeah, it's about 3 days. That's fascinating.
Fascinating, indeed.
Now I'm learning.
Riveting.
I didn't. Yeah, wow. Next one.
Wait, we didn't even rate that one.
That one?
I'll give it a 3.
Give it I say a solid 3. Okay, I finally got the motivation to shower, and my shower was making spooky sounds. So now I'm using my mom's less spooky shower.
Problem solving. Modern problems require modern solutions.
Modern solutions, definitely. 15 likes. That's a 5-star for me.
Read the caption again.
Do you want me to do an impression?
No, please don't.
Do you want me to do an impression?
No, don't.
This one's really good. I'm going to do this as monotone as I can. Okay, so I finally got the motivation to shower. And my shower was making spooky sounds. So now I'm using my mom's less spooky shower. Okay, so I finally got the motivation.
I'll give it 4 stars.
5 stars.
I'll give it 4.
All right. That is it.
4.5.
4.5. That is it. That's all the ones I found.
Okay. In all seriousness, thank you, Joe, for allowing us to do this.
Thank you, Joe.
We genuinely do love and appreciate you. Even though we might sound a little bit dismissive of some of the sentiments that you've presented, we genuinely do care about you.
But we know you'll find all of these things funny in retrospect.
I would hope so. Mm-hmm. All right, we love you, Jill. Thank you for letting us outruspect.
All right.
Okay, what's next?
We are going to talk about something we promised to talk about.
Something we promised to talk about.
Avengers Endgame.
Avengers Endgame.
Which we saw a fair bit ago, though.
So let me just real quick say spoiler warning.
Hella spoiler.
Because on account of the fact that even though the spoiler ban was lifted by the Russo brothers, which is why we feel comfortable talking about this. If you didn't see the movie yet, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? No, seriously though. If you didn't see the movie yet, you should see it before you listen to this because there's a bunch of spoilers. We're gonna give our honest review of the film, and with our honest review of the film, there is going to be some spoiler heavy content upcoming. So this is the official spoiler warning. If you don't want the movie spoiled for you, then I would say pause the podcast now. Watch the movie, then.
Here's what you're going to do. You're going to pause the podcast. You're going to go to AMC website or whatever local movie theater website. You're going to buy the tickets.
You're going to buy the tickets. You're going to get out of your house and get into your car. I don't care where you are. House, school, wherever you are listening to the podcast. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Get the fuck out of there as fast as you can. You buy your tickets. Get the fuck out of there as fast as you can. You're going to get in your car. You're going to drive into the closest movie theater. You're going to show them your phone that has tickets. They're going to be like, the movie started 15 minutes ago. And you're going to be like, then I want to see the next one. You're going to get into the theater. You're going to watch the fuck out of that movie. And maybe, just maybe that's not enough. Maybe you need to see it again. You probably do.
So see it again.
You're gonna be driving home. You're gonna think, damn, what if I missed something? What about that 3-minute bathroom break that I looked up to see if it was okay to take this bathroom break? I had to dodge the spoilers and I was doing spoiler mornings. But what if I missed something? What if I missed something that I really would have cared about and I really would have wished that I'd seen? So you're going to turn your car around. You're going to go back to AMC. You're going to tell them, hey, I want to see the movie again. You're going to be like, you need to buy a ticket. And so you're going to go to the ticket counter. You're going to wait in the 3-person line. You're going to buy another ticket and you're going to go see Endgame again. And then you're going to come back and you're going to go back to wherever you were at, maybe school, your house, work, wherever you were. And you're going to turn the podcast back on and you're going to listen to this podcast. That's what you're gonna do right now, unless you already saw the movie, of course, in which case you can just keep listening. Yeah. That was our spoiler warning.
That took a lot.
That was our spoiler warning. Okay, Endgame. Hayden, what did you think about Endgame?
Should we start with our initial review?
Let's talk about our initial feelings about Endgame.
So how do you want to do our rating system here?
How do we rate this? How do we rate a movie like this?
I feel like movies and stuff are like either thumbs up, thumbs down, or out of stars.
Let's give it stars.
Stars?
Yeah.
5 stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Avengers Endgame a 5-star review.
Yeah, which is very rare for me to do for movies.
That movie
was great.
Oh my god.
It was amazing.
It was a brilliant film.
It was brilliant.
It literally like 23 movies leading up to this. Was it 23 or was it the 23rd?
This was the 22nd.
22nd? Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm bad
at math.
Yeah. 21 movies leading up to this really paid off with Avengers Endgame. I'm not as passionate about it as I was when it first came out in this moment, just because it's been a couple of weeks. But I want to say it was an incredibly powerful and impactful ride.
It was powerful. It was really an emotional experience. I don't think I've ever had such a wide range of emotions watching a singular movie.
And from the very beginning, what was it? How did it open up again?
The beginning of the movie was Tony in space with Nebula.
Yeah.
And Captain Marvel comes and finds and saves them.
that was really the way that the movie was brilliant. And the reason the movie was brilliant was because first and foremost, you saw how all of them dealt with the grief of what happened with the snap. And they all dealt with it in different ways. They all felt like you could see them really feeling that pain. They Definitely. Really they were all very genuinely affected by it. like in a way that we hadn't seen before. You know, they all dealt with it in different ways, and they were all going through depression, different types of depression.
Different forms of grief.
You know, Captain America had started a support group years later to try and help them all deal with everything that they were going through. Black Widow had like really thrown herself into trying to like save the world, and even though one part that really stood out to me was when they were talking about how there was an earthquake that was coming, and she was just like, "Well, I have to do something to stop it." I said, "You can't stop an earthquake." And she like that feeling that you're just chasing something that you weren't able to get. All those years ago, you saw how Hawkeye just kind of went on a killing spree.
Became a vigilante.
To try and cleanse the world of all the people who he felt like he turned into
Ronin.
Yeah, Ronin. I couldn't remember his name for some reason. He went on a killing spree to try and cleanse the world of all the people who he felt didn't deserve to live, while his family, who was innocent, was killed. Even on like and we saw, you know, there was some good that came out of it. You know, the Hulk decided that he needed to kind of like come to terms with what he was and who he was, and the fact that the way that he had dealt with trauma up until that point had been to either avoid it or to Hulk out. And so he kind of combined the two and was able to become something that was like
the Professor Hulk,
and it was brilliant. Tony Stark, but even in that, there's like darkness. Like even Tony Stark, who kind of really did find like an idealized kind of life after the whole thing had just given up.
Yeah,
but probably the most,
or at least pretended to.
Probably the most like vivid and like shocking and very clear image of the depression was Thor.
Definitely.
Who had put on a lot of weight and became an alcoholic and was very, very clearly, very severely depressed.
Yes. Very much so, dealing with trauma.
It was really a really like shatter like just heart-wrenching kind of way to look at these heroes who fought together and like went to war together, just kind of deal with these things that they've all gone through. And
dealing with their failure.
Yeah, it's kind of just what they had to do. So,
and one of the things I really have to give their marketing team props for is all of the trailers only showed maybe the first 15 minutes of the film.
Wow, it really did.
And you knew nothing. Like there were some snapshots of them in their time traveling suits, but other than that, like you did not know what specifically was going to happen. And I think that was good.
Yeah, it was really
It was well marketed. Well, like everyone was expecting it. They already had, the best marketing they had was the predecessor movie, Infinity War, which was already like a universally acclaimed great film. And they still surprised people. Like I had been theorizing even in my head, like, oh, what's going to happen? And there had been people on YouTube for months trying to predict what was going to happen. And most of them were pretty much just, I'd say like 99, I don't know anyone who really got it to a T, were blown away by the fact that they killed the main villain technically in the first 8 minutes of film.
That really was like that shocked me.
Oh yeah, you looked at me and you were like, because Rashad and I saw it together, and he was like, did that just happen? Because
the feeling of hopelessness that kind of came
peaked.
with that. It was just like they didn't win, but they won. Like Thanos is dead.
But that's a lesson that, just because you kill the big baddie doesn't mean you've undone everything they do, which is a reoccurring theme throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Like, the way that they portrayed the hopelessness was so like very raw. And then on the flip side, the way that they kind of came back when that scene was like a cinematic masterpiece.
It was shocking, it was quick, and then there's that moment, and it just sat there.
You Bombay.
That's later on.
That's the part I'm talking about. When they came back.
Oh, when they came back?
That was a masterpiece.
That was well, on your left.
On your left.
That was, and like at that. So we're gonna jump ahead because the time heist scenes were great and clever and creative, and they implemented a lot of characters and they got a lot of actors to come back and fill out these parts. They gave Tony resolution with his dad, which kind of made it feel. At that point, you could kind of tell where the story was probably gonna go with Tony. The scene with Black Widow dying was honestly amazing, of her and Hawkeye fighting to see who would kill themselves to save everyone else.
It was really like, yeah, I don't know. It was kind of, wow.
It was. I mean, it's. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in film of two people, trying so hard to do the right thing, trying to repent. Both of them were very much trying to repent for the things they'd done in their pasts. And then after the time heists, the best scene of the film too is the fight. Objectively, even though it's kind of like a cheesy Marvel whatever fight scene, it's still so powerful because one, we have the scene in which Michael and I sitting in the theater, literally like we're jumping up and down in our seats, like throwing our hands in the air, like kicking our legs, like quietly trying not to scream, is when Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, started wielding Mjolnir, Thor's hammer.
That was fucking crazy.
That was crazy.
That was fucking crazy.
There was, the thing is, I hadn't thought about that in a long time, because the only time you kind of see a hint of it is in Age of Ultron.
And you didn't even really think about it in Age of Ultron.
No, because it was like, haha, it was a joke, right? Mm-hmm. But then they brought it back, and it was beautifully done too. Like the fight scene was great, and it was fun to watch. It wasn't too heavily cut, which is good. It was just, and it was just like, holy shit, this is happening. And then you get to the scene, which is, where the Hulk is able to snap Tony's Infinity Gauntlet and bring everyone back.
That felt really good.
That felt great because it was just like everyone. It was like, and then there's the whole Avengers Assemble moment. It was just so like, this is what we've wanted. Mm-hmm. This is great. This is the moment. This is the climax.
The ultimate peak of the film, and the part that really hit me, was when Tony Stark, Iron Man, held the Infinity Gauntlet, and
as it's destroying him, even as he says it, he was able to get the stones from Thanos. He was able to get
the stones from Thanos, and Thanos snapped as he said, "I am inevitable."
Didn't do anything because the stones weren't there.
He turned around, and Iron Man's holding the gauntlet, and he says,
"I am Iron Man."
And then Thanos and his entire
army
disappear
into dust.
Full circle. And we watched as everyone gathered around Tony as he was dying.
Mm-hmm. He used up all of his energy.
Closed his eyes, and the arc reactor went out.
I mean, and it really completes his story.
And the way that the film was done is he really did find peace.
Mm-hmm. And if you remember, there's this line in the first Avengers movie where Captain America says to Tony Stark, "The only thing you fight for is yourself." Well, in this movie, he had everything. He had a wife, he had a daughter, he had everything he could ever really want. But he died fighting for everyone else everyone in the universe. He died for life.
And I think that was just brilliant.
Mm-hmm. And then you get another brilliant scene of Captain America, whose job was to return the Infinity Stones to their respective timelines, and Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. But something's wrong, and he doesn't come back immediately when they expect him to, and then they see an old man sitting on a bench. And it is Steve who, instead of coming straight back, decided to live out his life with Peggy Carter and chase the dream of whereas as opposed to Tony, who went from selfish to selfless, Steve, who went from being entirely selfless and sacrificing his life in the name of duty, went to
let himself
let himself live. He found a balance, just like Tony did, where between happiness and selflessness and that kind of altruism.
And I think that was a great just kind of way to bookend the film.
And it was a great end to both Tony Stark and Steve Rogers' stories. I don't think it could have been done better.
Yeah, it was excellent.
It was excellent. And you get Thor now joining the Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Which will be fun.
That's going to be fun.
And
especially given the character that Thor has become. Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun. I don't know what's going to happen with the Hulk.
I think the Hulk will... I really don't know what's going to happen with the Hulk, especially with the new Professor Hulk character.
It's like a lot. There's a lot of places you can go with that.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm very interested to see how they do with the timeline jump of 5 years.
I'm interested in seeing how they deal with all sorts of different things. If you've seen the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, it
looks great.
You know that he's dealing with that because he really is the Avenger now.
Yeah, he's definitely an Avenger.
Spider-Man is really like the
a lot of the film is hinting at him being a replacement to Iron Man.
Yeah,
the trailer, from what I've seen.
at this point, it's like I guess we'll see where we'll see where it goes from that.
There's so many opportunities. I mean, it's just
the MCU like has officially like bookended this story that it's been telling for the longest time, and now we're about to enter a whole new journey. And you know, I don't know if they'll ever be able to do something like this again.
Well,
honestly,
this, especially Far From Home, is supposed to be the epilogue to the.
This is the end of this phase.
Yes.
And at the end of this phase, after that's done, I wonder. I don't know what's going to happen next.
No, and that's the great thing is they can go in so many directions, and that's what's brilliant about Endgame is that not only did it close so many doors, but also open an infinite amount of more. I've seen how many movies have I seen with you this year? We saw Captain Marvel, Us, and Endgame together, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start doing movie reviews on the podcast.
Yeah,
I think that's all that I have to say, honestly, for right now. We will try and get on a more consistent schedule.
Definitely.
Thank you all for tuning in, everybody that listens. I love you 3000.